Jason Myers to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Come on now, let's go.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Johnson. And an alley to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
They'll run it with Johnson, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's first and 10 at the 14. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On second down, Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically maybe a win for the defense. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Show it up, show it up. You learn. 59.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here. For his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
3 down, 3 down. Hatch it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Carson. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They run it with Carson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
14. Shift! Watch the shift! Let's go double count right here, double count.
Throwing down, Wilson on 1st down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Wilson, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Carson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
Hey, 0-0-0. Got it.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stafford. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 17-yard line.
On the delay, here's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
On second down, it's Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Third and 2, Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
21. Don't get nervous. Check 43. 11.
On first and 10, Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. They'll run on first down. Carson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
He's crashing.
They'll try the left side. It's Carson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
DK Metcalf. As the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Man left, man left. We got 3, fellas. We got 14.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
What we got? Check. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Got it. Easy.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. DK Metcalf, 38 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 74 yards. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd and 5. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
40's the mark, 40's the mark. And we're pretty quiet, D, we're pretty quiet. Hush him, hush him. Quit. One guy, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed.
This under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the 3rd quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics.
Let's get check, check. 40's mine. 40's the mine. 40's the mine.
Right left. Bang out. Bam.
Check 3.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson gets it to Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
First down at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
Got it. Got.
On first down, Wilson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Mike 40. Ain't no such thing.
To throw again is Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards.
Mike 40. Watch twist. 4 down. Hey, 40's Mike.
Wilson will throw again. Escaping the pressure. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here.
Check 50.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Bang out. Bam.
Hey, 0. Echo.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
On first down, Johnson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Safe. Rush in.
Again, it's Johnson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Hey, 50.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing on first down, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Johnson, and an alley to run. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater.